During the Biden or during the Obama administration, President Obama deported more people than President Trump did, most in history. Nobody cared. And there were 76 people shot during that process, during the Biden administration. None of it made headlines. About half of those people were killed. None of it made the news. Now, because it's Trump doing it, you have the entire Democratic Party and the media establishment saying, oh, look at the horrible things. He's a dictator, but he's doing what he promised to do to the American people. It's very disturbing watching what you see on TV.
Under the Obama administration, local officials generally cooperated with ICE, which helped reduce tensions between federal, state, and local authorities. Public statements from Obama and other Democratic leaders at the time suggested that operations were largely proceeding smoothly. That dynamic began to shift for several reasons. First, Donald Trump entered the political arena, bringing immigration to the forefront of national debate. Second, progressive voices gained greater influence within the Democratic Party, pushing for different approaches and rhetoric. At the same time, the media landscape changed significantly. Terms like undocumented or migrants quickly replaced illegal immigrants, reflecting a shift toward politically correct language. These factors combined help explain the substantial changes in both party policy and media framing. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has explored this topic in more depth, providing insights into how these shifts contributed to the current situation.
There's a reason, and I see it in my agency, the cost that it's imposing on our country. And on healthcare, diminishing healthcare for Americans, and housing and jobs, and all of these places where it hurts that we need workers in here and we need legal immigrants in here, but they should come in legally, and every country has to do that. President Trump ran on this issue. He ran that he's going to enforce it and deport, particularly the bad people. This is what you don't hear. 70% of the people that they've arrested have criminal records. What the Democrats are always saying is, only 14% of them have been convicted of a violent crime. Well, they've been convicted. But a lot of them, the other ones, have been arrested, and they just haven't been convicted yet because they jumped, bail, or they jumped their warrants.
Rarely do we hear this topic discussed clearly, yet left-of-center commentators sometimes argue that as many as 70% of people apprehended during immigration operations lack any criminal history. But the reality is more complex, and I want to lay out the data. A detailed examination by the often labeled left-leaning site factcheck.org found that in the first year of the Trump administration, about 36.5% of individuals arrested by ICE had prior felony convictions, and another 29.8% had criminal charges pending. Combining those figures shows that over two-thirds were either convicted or formally charged, even though being charged doesn't prove guilt. This doesn't mean that ICE's approach was effective in every case, far from it, but it does illustrate how political narratives in an increasingly divided environment can be shaped by selective presentation of fact. I'd love to hear what you think about this in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, you heard that here first.